Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sadhana, and welcome to Kwanzaa Day 1, Habari Gani Umoja. The theme for today is unity. And before I get to that and the tarot spread for today, I want to express immense gratitude to the amazing Queen Osette at Oya's Girl for all of her knowledge and everything that she has shared, as well as Veronica Rose at Veronica Rose for the amazing tarot journal, which I have looked through, read the whole thing. And I watched a few of your videos as well too already. And there was so much emotion that arose as my response to your personal readings for the theme of unity that I couldn't not do this. Such a powerful offering and so much intention and beauty behind this practice. And so I would like to start this year with lighting the black candle on the first day of Kwanzaa and carrying on for the 7 days to the best of my ability. I've never done this before. And I just feel that this is like, how could I not do this? It's so beautiful. And the depth of everybody's reflections who has posted a spread so far was so heartfelt and so honest. And there was the level of vulnerability was just beautiful. And I also, as I was going through and reading the 7 themes for the 7 days, wondering whether I would choose one tarot deck to go through the 7 days or whether I would try to find a tarot deck to match each of those. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, but I just need to let this flow. And so thank you. Thank you, Veronica Rose. Thank you, Queen Osette, for this. The 7 card spread for today, the theme is unity, and I decided to use the Numinous Tarot because if there was a tarot deck that expressed unity, that represented everyone, everybody, every group, every soul, I just really feel that this is such a tremendous offering. And so this is the deck that I'm going to use for today. So I'm going to add the other camera and shuffle the cards and focus on the first question. So the principal Umoja is asking us to think about our beliefs and our attitudes about unity. Unity with family, unity with loved ones, our social network, professional life, community, nation, and race. And so what does that word unity mean? Well, for me as a yogi, the first thing that comes up is the fact that yoga means union. And so what does union really mean? And I think in order to actually understand this word, perhaps that's why it was dissected. That's why it needed to come apart into pieces and fragments. And to understand what oneness or unity actually means, we indeed needed to have it crumble a little bit. You know, I have this ball here, this crystal ball that is one, right? It's whole. But it came from a part. It came from a piece. It came from a piece of a mountain. And so while in its current state, it is one and it represents the whole, it came from a part. And I don't know, I'm so intrigued with what is going to possibly come up in this reading. So let's get to the cards. All right. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to tell you what each of these positions means in just a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Okay, they all fit on here. The first card asks me, or the first card describes my own role, beliefs, and attitudes toward unity or community. And it is the Mystic of Candles. So this would equate to the King of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. And what I feel here is, it's confirmation for me. It's confirmation that what I'm doing right now is exactly what I should be doing. And perhaps starting the Facebook group was exactly what I needed to do. And this is the leader, right? I love the word mystic in this particular, connected with this particular element, because it really gives me permission to step into and be a leader in the spiritual community, and to make all of my practices about spirit, even though some of them have a more, I don't know, there's physical teachings, there's emotional teachings and everything. But this is really good. Like, it's exactly where I need to be. And so it just feels, it's confirming that what I'm doing is exactly what I should be doing. In the second position, how can I improve my unity in my family and with my loved ones? And that's the Death card. Ooh, wow. I have this dream. So I have this dream of having a beach cottage. And this picture is so clear in my mind of this corner. There's a corner in the property near the beach, and the corner as you face the beach is on the left side, and there's this large rock, and I have this ancestral altar and these little plaques with people's names on them. I believe, I don't know if it's a fruit tree that's behind it, but there's a flowering tree there as well too. And I see the shape of the rock, and I see this space, and I feel like this Death card is about connecting more with ancestors. And maybe it's about teaching, sharing these practices and traditions with my kids as well too. And to also expand this to, I've built quite a network of family through social media this year, but to maybe share some of this with my family. And right now, my ancestral altar is not this gorgeous space in the back left corner of my beach property, my beach cottage. But that's the energy. That's what I feel that's what I feel in my heart and see in my heart when I connect with my ancestors. And so what I can improve in my unity with my family and my loved ones is this connection with ancestry. And also, there's something about talking about death, to understand the relationship with death. Sorry, a rise of emotion there. So I'm going to contemplate this and journal about it. You know, what is my role in death with the family? And I don't want to make this smaller than it is, because I want death to be death. And I want death to be about its connection with life as well too. So really, really interesting. Okay. The third card is the Fool. Improve unity with social network and social media. Well, that's hilarious because, sometimes I feel like such a rookie. There's always a new social media platform arising. There's always new ways to do things. And I feel like creating this Facebook group, which I just did, was exactly that. It was like a big dive into the unknown. And what is this going to look like? I have no idea. And I see this Fool card as, again, giving me permission just to try things and to understand also I'm at the beginning of a journey. This is still relatively new to me, all of this social media and broadcasting and connecting with people through various platforms. And so it's funny and it's also affirming, that again, do this, Sadhana, do this. Okay, so we have major, major, major. Whoa. Unity is an important concept for me. And unity, that's what yoga means. And that is my life. Though these are my practices. I do connect with everything through that concept of oneness and contemplate what oneness is and what dualism is and what happens when these pieces come apart. And so unity is part of my daily sadhana, really. The third one is the chariot. And I need to look at this artwork a little more closely. It looks like a bit like a Lady Godiva, actually. There's a real dream quality to this particular card and rainbows behind. And I almost feel like the Fool has doven, is that a word? Dove, from that card, like right into the Chariot card. There's a fluidity in this, from Death to the Fool to the Chariot. Love the rainbows. Love the rainbows. They give me hope. They give me light. They give me a sense of spirit and expansiveness. And the Chariot, so this was my overall one. This one was family. This was social media, social networking. And so this is my professional life. My professional life. And my professional life is what you see. So I do work full time as a reader, as a yoga teacher, as a healer. And again, this feels like an encouragement. It feels like to really share the magic. I mean, there's a unicorn on this card. So does this mean I need to even be more brave and more bold and to ride my white unicorn into my teachings? I kind of feel like I've just I've just started to come into my own. I've just started to find my own voice and to find the courage to say what I need to say and to be more of who I am and to understand who I am. And so these are pretty big cards. Pretty big cards that I will write about and reflect. And wow. Okay, let's go on. There's 3 more. Whew, not a major. Not a major. And an ace. Ooh, an ace is a nice way to end, isn't it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we're at 5. So 5 is 4 of candles. 6 is 2 of bells. 7 is ace of candles. Okay, so 5 is community. So I see this as creating sacred space. And right now, in the way things are, still pandemic kind of culture is surrounding us. It's very hard to have physical, actual live ceremonies. I was talking about doing a virtual ceremony every Saturday night. And maybe this is exactly what I need to do. I need to create sacred space weekly for people to share in the practices that I teach and that I know, and to create the sacred space, to create the ceremonies, even if they have to be virtual. So community is about that foundation of, I'm really picking up on ceremony there. 2 of bells. Okay, so we don't see her face. And this to me looks like water. I've always found this to be a bit of a funny card. Either she is so intently connected to spirit that she's not focused on reality, or she's just kind of lost in her woo-woo zone, you know? And so 2 of bells is nation. Nation. So that would refer to Canada, which is my nation. And so how do I sit? How do I sit in ceremony with my country, with my people? And is my nation bigger than Canada? And what does Canada mean? Does this mean my connection with the First Nations people? Does this mean my connection with, yeah, that's what this is. So this is about not being oblivious to the expansiveness of my nation. My nation is not just about white Canadian people. My nation is a vast, diverse group of people. And so in this 2 of bells, I feel the tendency to be kind of lost in my own little internal snow globe, which is what this kind of looks like to me. And to make sure that I'm not an ostrich in the sand, that I do take my head out and participate and show up and be present. This particular, where I live, the First Nations communities are the obvious ethnic group to which I do not belong. There are many others. And I have, in a very limited way, participated with that community and supported and reached out and beyond. One of the things I have been thinking is this piece of land that I walk on every day, which I don't own. It belongs, it's a privately owned piece of land. But what I've been, again, another dream is to be able to purchase a piece of land and then somehow give it back to the First Nations people. And maybe that is something that I can work with at another dimension. And maybe that's why the meditation pose, the meditation practices have so much power, because I'm able to weave, I'm able to light weave, I'm able to time weave to create connections and understandings in that liminal space. There's something really, really interesting going on with this card. And the final card, which is an ace. Love this card. Asks me to connect to my race. Connect to my race. How can I improve unity with my race? How can I improve unity with my race? I need to hold up the torch. I need to hold up the candle. I need to hold up the light, the lantern. I need to be a beacon of light in my community for acceptance, for justice, for seeing. You know, sometimes I just find I get so sad when I see people who aren't seeing what's happening in the community. They drive by quickly, or they hang their head down, and I feel like this is a light, this is a torch. Somehow I need to broadcast and incorporate. And this is about being a beacon for white privileged people. No. This is about so holding this light is about sharing all that there is with my race. So everything that comes up through my life and my practice and my business and clients all over the world, I have a role, and I need to make sure that everything is seen. You know, like, don't let people off the hook for saying things like, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, yeah, you just chose not to participate, or you chose not to respond or not to act. And that's what I see this Ace of Candles as. This Ace of Candles is, right? It's like, no more excuses. And so I can improve the unity in my race by holding up this light, this Ace of Fire, and sharing everything that I see and holding people accountable. I never thought about the Ace of Candles in that way. And so we light a candle. We light a candle every single day. And we pray and we speak and we support and we act. Because isn't fire about action? It's about will. It's about doing something. So, wow. All right, so time to journal. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this reading. And again, I'm going to try to comment and be in all of your videos, everyone who's participating in this 7 days of Kwanzaa with Queen Osset and Veronica Rose. Namaste, everyone. See you in the next video.